Hello friends, welcome to another video on Tutorialspoint with me, Richa. And today under the retail segment, we are going to talk about the most important and imperative part of retail, which is customer service. Well friends, customer service and retail are two sides of the same coin. If there is retail, there will be customers, and if there are customers, there will be retail. So today's module is very important, and I would really want you to pay close attention to it. Let's get started. Well, on the agenda today, we will talk about the meaning of customer service. We will talk about the different types and kinds of customers, the top 10 ways to turn off your customers, the 9 tips for excellent retail customer service, and dealing with the disgruntled or complaining customers. Last but not the least, we will talk about guest. Well friends, this is all there on the agenda on customer service today. Well, what exactly is customer service? The meaning of customer service is very huge and very important to understand in retail. Customer service is the sum total of what an organization does to meet the customer's expectations and produce customer satisfaction. Well, if your retail outlet or organization does not give importance to customer and does not meet the demands of the customer, you will not have those customers coming back to you, and in turn your competition will gain advantage and you will be at a loss. Hence, customer service is going beyond the call of duty and really trying to impress your customers, trying to delight your customer and meet all their expectations without even any kind of complaint from your end. Well, customers are different because one size does not fit all, and you will have different kind of customers. They differ according to different phenomena. Let's look at them. Social and demographic factors. There are people who are different according to their social status, their social understanding, as well as demographic plays a very important role in differing a customer. Customers belong to different locations, different cities, and they have a different mindset. There are customers who differ according to the economic situation, that is, their richness or poorness. If there are some customers who are really high-end and they will go all out to buy goods and services worth lakhs and lakhs of rupees, whereas on the other hand, there are some customers who are not having a good economic standing and might not be able to spend that much on high-value products and services. There are customers who differ according to educational standards. They are more knowledgeable, more traveled, and they have a lot of idea about things and services. Whereas there are also customers who differ according to competitive products, meaning that they would rather buy from your competition because of a certain trust and rapport that they have with your competition. So friends, customers differ according to all of these factors and many more. Let's look at the theory of customer service. Well, when we talk about customer service, you need to understand that customers have a particular theory in place. Now, what is the theory that as a retail outlet you need to understand is the right kind of product needs to be at the right place, in the right quantity, at the right time, and for the right price. Now, if you as an organization or if you as a retail outlet is able to understand this particular theory, you will have customers flocking to your retail outlet without flinching an eyelid. And that is the crux of retail today. So you need to follow this theory, and for that, what needs to be done is forecasting and demand planning. To get the right kind of product at the right place, you need to demand or probably have a good research and planning in place. You also need to have a good supply chain speed, because everything is about logistics and transportation and delivering it at the right time in the right quantity, etc. You also need to make sure that your inventory planning and optimization is at the peak, because customers come, and if you do not give them the right kind of inventory or the right kind of things that they want, they will never come back to you again. Also, you need to have accurate available data. All the customers who are coming to you, you need to make a database of all those customers, because whenever there is a sale or a discount, you would want to reach out to those customers and inform them about that particular discount or sale happening in your store. Hence, having the accurate data is very essential. Well, friends, let's look at the top 9 ways in order to really turn off your customers. Now, customers, you have to understand the mindset of a customer. What can really put it off or what can really turn the customer on? So, there is an on and off button, if you may say so, on like in a remote control, you off and on a button for a particular channel. In the same way, for the customers, there are few things that can really turn off a customers. Let's see what they are. Dirty bathrooms. For big retail chains and outlets, there are bathrooms which are there for the customer. Now these restrooms or bathrooms, if they are dirty, it can be a big turn off for that particular customer. Messy trial rooms, you do not want things scattered here and there or hair lying here and there, as well as clothes being, really messily around a trial room. So that can really turn off a customer. Loud music can also be a turn off, so you need to make sure that your music in the store is medium, not very high or not very low. Stained floors or ceiling can also put off a customer. Crowded aisles, especially when there is a sale or discount, and even at the cash counter if there is a big long queue, crowdedness can really turn off a customer. Disorganized checkout counters in terms of having less number of counters open and there are a lot of people standing in a line can be a turn off. Lack of shopping carts or baskets, now that can be a turn off, especially during a peak season or a sale season. Offensive odors or really bad smell in the entire retail outlet can be a turn off. Poor lighting is also a big turn off for a particular customer because lighting plays a very important role, especially when the customer is trying out a particular product or clothing or garment. You need to make sure that the lighting is appropriate and falls on the customer in the right place in order to enhance the look of the particular product that he or she may be trying. Friends, let's look at what is the importance of good customer service in retail. Now, if you do not take care of certain things, you are bound to say a goodbye to your customers. So let's see what is the importance. A good customer service in a retail store goes far beyond meeting that one sale to that one customer, and I'm sure you would agree to that. You don't want one customer for only one time. You want that one customer throughout your life. Here are 4 reasons why good customer service will increase your business and bad customer service can put you out of business. And I'm sure nobody likes getting out of business and making losses. Everybody wants to make profit. So making or increasing the sale is something that you need to look at. Return visit by the customer by providing them such good service that they come back to you. Word of mouth advertising. Now friends, this is one kind of advertising which really works in a retail. You might not want to really spend a lot on advertising, hoardings and all of that gimmick which is there for marketing. But if you've served one customer well, that customer is going to use his word of mouth publicity in order to get more customers to your retail store. Controlling shrink is also something that is important in a customer service. Let's look at what the framework of customer service is all about. Now, in order to have good customer service, you need to make sure that you follow all of these factors. Let's see what they are. The image and presentation of the staff as well as of the products. It's very important that your products are presented well, as well as the staff who's selling the product is also presented well. Promotion of service is also something that you need to look at. Contact and communication with the client through SMSs or emails as well as through telephone is very important. Monitoring and improving the services. It's very important to take a feedback of a customer. If it is a negative feedback, you need to monitor that and you need to work on making a negative feedback into a positive feedback. Resolving customers' problems. If you have not resolved a customer's problem, they're going to escalate that thing and it can be all over social media. Again, bad publicity for the retail outlet. And hence, it's important to resolve a customer's problems. Customer relationship managers. Now friends, CRM, which is customer relationship management, is something which is a big thing in customer service or retail. You need to have your CRM in place in order to make sure that you retain your customer and make your customer loyal to your competition. Customer satisfaction model. Now this is something that really works for a customer service background. You have to achieve customer delight, and for that particular reason you need to build customer loyalty. Only if you build loyalty of the customer can you delight a customer. You need to satisfy the unstated customer need. Now what do I mean by unstated? At times, customers might not tell you openly about their need, and hence it's important to probe them and understand what really is the need of that particular customer. And for that, you need to develop the customer confidence. You can probe a customer only if the customer has confidence on you, or rather is trusting you or has a good rapport or relationship with you. Meeting the customer or basic customer requirement is something that is on the mind of every customer, and for that you need to prevent customer complaints, because complaints can be a big turnoff, because of which you are not really meeting the need of the customer. Well, customers are not the same. As we had mentioned before, one size does not fit all. There are different kind of customers, and you need to understand what kind of the customer you are attending, and accordingly you need to be very diplomatic and tactful in attending those kind of customers. Let's take a look at them. There are some customers who are loyal customers who will come back to you no matter what. Whether you have a sale or discount or you don't, they are your loyal customers. There are discount customers who always look for discount. So whenever they come to your store, they will ask you, the first thing is, do you have a sale or do you have any discounts on this? Now those are your discounts customer. Impulse customer. Impulse means they do not think too much and they just buy on the spot. So they come to a store, a customer walks into the store, and you know he's an impulse customer when he will not think too much and just buy whatever he feels like buying immediately on an impulse. There are some customers who are need-based. These are the kind of customers who will come to your store only when they have a need. For example, they need formal wear for an office wear, or they need to go for a party and they need to buy clothes. So, need-based customers. There are some customers who are wandering customers. Now friends, these are your window shoppers. They will come, they will take all your time, they will ask you about different things, but they do not buy. So, they are your wandering customers or your time pass customers. Friends, let's look at, in a retail outlet, what does a pyramid look like? So what is the hierarchy or top-down approach? At the very top is the CEO of the particular retail brand or retail outlet. Next comes the senior management, which is the senior most after the CEO. Then comes the operation management, who takes care of all the back-end operations, etc. in terms of HR, supply chain, visual merchandising, etc. Then you have the customer-centric or the facing customers, staff members, who are your CSE or customer sales executives. And after that is the customer. Well, customer doesn't really fall under this bracket, but we're just trying to understand what is the hierarchy top down, right from a CEO to the customer. Let's now look at 9 tips for excellent retail customer service. You all want customers who are there with you for life, and how do you get those loyal customers? By following all these 9 tips. Smile when greeting a customer in person as well as on the phone. Be proactive and ask how you could be of service. Stay visible and available, but do not hover around the customer. A lot of times customers don't want the staff to be on their head all the time, so give them space if they need it. Never judge a book by its cover, and it's very important and essential to not judge a customer just basis on their clothing or the kind of, you might feel that they're very rich and have a lot of money to spend. Leave food and beverages in the break room. Do not eat in front of the customers. Learn to read the body language and see if the customer needs any help. Make any personal call when you are only on a break and out of the earshot. You do not want to attend phone calls in front of a customer. It gives the impression that you are not really valuing or respecting your customers. Don't get chatty and get the customers to monopolize your time if others are waiting. And last, never ever discuss customers in front of other customers. If you are bad-mouthing another customer in front of another customer, you never know that the other customer might feel that you will do the same behind his or her back. So never speak anything bad or mean about any other customer. Well friends, that brings us to the conclusion or summary of this particular module on customer service. I hope you have enjoyed listening to us. Thank you for watching us.